Friends, you're getting a twofer today. How lucky are you, eh? So just listened to a part of a podcast with Big Al and Joe somebody from, man, I forgot what it's called. Big Al and Joe, Your Money and Your Wealth, I think. And they're interviewing Jonathan Clements. I did not know Jonathan Clements has an English accent. Maybe he's Australian, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Sorry, my friends in the UK, if I'm... They all look like Tyson, if I'm saying something like that. If you know that, if you know, comment below if you know the reference. They all look like Tyson. That's a fantastic song, if you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, he's got some kind of British accent of the Queen's territories, whatever they call it there, like Mark Steyn. You know who Mark Steyn is? S-T-E-Y-N. Probably the most brutal political commentator there is. The guy is nuts. Incredibly fantastic, incredibly funny. The guy is brutal. That's just brutal. I mean, thank God he's on my side. That's all I gotta say about that. Well, anyway, so Steyn is from England, from Toronto, if memory serves, but he still has that Queen's. I keep wanting to say Queen's rank, silence or penalty, whatever that. Oh, I hate that song. Oh, those bands back then. Oh, painful. All right, so Jonathan Clements is on there, and Big Al and Joe were asking him, and it sounds like they have a good relationship, and he seems like he's probably a good guy, Jonathan Clements. I frankly already have told you what I take issue with. Not gonna get into it here. I'm past the third time I pass this lady. Good night. She and I are on the same warpath here. I think she's still on her phone. Oh my goodness, that's a long talk. Ooh. I'm like, dude, my wife calls me trying to talk that long. I'm like, did you say something? Don't tell anybody. All right, so the issue is the market is down. I think the Dow is down 388 points there, something like that. 10-year, I think, fell a little bit because I guess they're going to cut rates. This shows you how much I know or how much I follow, or frankly, how much I care, which I don't. And so the question of Jonathan Clements is, hey, how are you? Third time's a charm. Oh, she's talking to somebody, so she didn't hear me. She looked at me kind of startled. I'm startled. That's Randy from South Park when that big gerbil's running around. Randy says, I'm startled. It's weird how some people walk by, don't even acknowledge it. Kind of strange. I've never understood that. I guess we're back in the Northeast, not in the South. But a lot of people around here, where I live, aren't from here anyway, not Southern. Kind of like me, I'm from Maine. But I've always been Southern in my heart. I guess it's my Scots-Irish heritage, even though I have no Scots, which is weird. Because Scanlon, my dad had given me a Scottish cross or something like that when I was a kid. What is it? One of those, McClanahan or something like that, those seals of the family. So I always thought I was Scottish. Turns out when I got my Ancestry.com, I'm nothing but a Mick with lots of German thrown in there. Krauts, I can say that because that's me. I'm Kraut in German. I mean, German and Irish, so I can say I'm a Kraut Mick. All right, so anyway, the question is, should we rebalance when the markets are down? Should we buy more? Sell? What should we do? And the funny thing is, the assumption, of course, if you're going to buy more is that you had cash. Hey, how are you? And I always say, well, what if you, how much cash were you having? All right, so why buy it today? Why not tomorrow? What if the markets go down another 300 points? I never understood this. Buy more when the markets are down. Buy on the dips. Then insinuates you got cash. I don't want you to have cash. I want you to have cash to cover 2 to 3 years' expenses, not to buy when the markets are down. I just don't get this whole thing. And down 300 points, and what flipping do? I mean, I don't even know what's the Dow at now. 26 something. So 400 points on 26,000 bucks or 26,000. I don't even know what that is. That ain't much. That's a little bit more than average. Flipping do. I don't get it. Never understood this buy when the markets are down. Because the thing is, you have to have cash to do that. So if you're going to be active, which is why actives doesn't work, because that means you have to keep a bunch of money on the side in order to buy on the dips. And that money on the side could stay on the side for an awful long time, as witnessed by this last bull market. So let's go back to October. From October to December, market fell 20% to Christmas Eve, the Christmas Eve massacre. So theoretically, you could have had cash sit on the side from essentially, 2015 was the last time we had any significant sell-off. Again, if memory serves, that was the small caps. International, I think, got hammered around the same time. But the S&P 500 had it until the beginning of 2016, I think, right? Yeah, beginning of 2016. I think the first quarter was down, at least the first month and a half was down pretty good. Maybe it's 2017. Anyway, either way. Where's this cash gonna be as it's been sitting on the side? All right, so let's just go back to October. Market's proceeding to get hammered. When did you buy in the dip? Was the dip in October, November, or Christmas Eve? Which dip did you buy? All right, because if you bought in the middle of October, the dip kept going. Well, buy some more on the dip. You have more in which you can buy. See how preposterous this is? Where's your money? And so let's just say, you say, okay, I'm gonna buy the dips. Christmas Eve comes around, the Christmas Eve massacre, and either you're fully invested at that point or you're not. Let's just say you're thinking, I'm glad I didn't buy on the first 25,000 dips because now there's even bigger dips at Christmas Eve massacre. So I'm not gonna buy now. Market goes up a little bit, the end of the year, that's called a dead cat bounce. Dead cat bounce is when the markets drop like you're dropping a cat off the Empire State Building. It bounces up a little bit and everyone think, oh, the market's recovering. And then it falls back down. That's called a dead cat bounce. And it's notorious for basically buying when you think the market's coming back up on a rally and then just drops right back down. You can look at this actually in a couple ways. In 2003, so at the end of 2002, everyone thought the chaos was done. It didn't recover until March of 2003. All right, and so that's a perfect example of a dead cat bounce. It fell, bounced up a little bit, and then fell again drastically. Same thing happened October 2007. I think by April, it seemed like it subsided a little bit. I don't remember exactly at this point, but I just remember it seemed like it subsided a little bit, then it dropped like a crazy man. That would be even more than a dead cat bounce. That was like dropping a cat from the Empire State Building, it falling 50 floors down and hitting a platform, and everyone think, okay, it's over, but not recognize there's another 50 floors to fall. That's what that would have been. So when did you buy on the dips? In October, November, December? All right, so again, if you had cash on the side, how long had it been on the side? Since January of 2017? Well, that means you're 20, 30% cash, 10% cash. It was literally doing nothing up until that point. That's why I don't believe any of these guys who say, I can call on both sides. I don't believe it, because you'd have to say you called the dip before it dipped again. I mean, after it dipped for the last time. Just no one does that. No one sat there on Christmas Eve and say, whoa, the market's about to take a spike back up. No one said that. And people are gonna say it all the time. Well, I called this. No, you didn't. One guy on my YouTube channel said he didn't. It was obvious the market is overpriced in 2007. No one thought that, but okay, let's just say you did. You got out. At least he had the gumption to admit he hadn't got back in for a long time, and I think actually ever. So he's worse off. He might have called it, avoided getting hammered, but he hasn't made any money since. So he's back in 2007, and we've since moved on, if that makes sense. Easier said than done in hindsight. I get it, to stay in there. But at the end of the day, if you call the dip and you time it wrong, well, you just bought and the market's dipping more against you. Now you're gonna buy the dips again. Where's the cash come from? That's all I gotta say about that. The cash is sitting there on the sideline doing literally nothing for you, waiting for the dip to happen. And then when it does happen, it's say the dip. So for you out there, all right, so listen to this. I'm gonna ask you a prediction. All you market timers, active managers, what's gonna happen tomorrow? What's gonna happen tomorrow? Market going up or down? Is it going up significantly, down significantly? You can look at the futures. I don't care. Look at them. Futures don't tell you anything about this. What happens at closing? It won't. So tell me right now. Put it in the comments. Market's down. I don't even know what it is. A point? I guess what, a 1.5 today? Woo! 1.5%, if even that. Oh, it wouldn't even be. I'll be sorry. I don't know what it is. Let's say roughly a 1 percentage point. Is that a dip? Is that the beginning of a down market? Or is that just the reverse of a dead cat bounce? I don't even know what you call that. I guess hitting some turmoil and that's going back up to the rocket ship. All right, so put in the notes what you think. What do I think? I got no clue. None whatsoever. I just know buying on the dips is silly. Silly, silly, silly. For two reasons, like I said. You got to have cash on the side, which has been doing nothing while you're waiting for the dip. And then you got to say, is this a dip or not? I don't know. Well, dollar cost average in. All right, so your dollar cost averaging in Again, your money has been doing nothing on the side. You can say you got 20% of your portfolio in cash. You're gonna put 5% in now. Wait, another day till it dips again to do another 5%. And the market, just like the day after Christmas, takes off like a bat out of hell. Well, then you're out of the market for that cash again. Yeah. Frustrates me. All right, so put in the show notes what you think tomorrow. Market up, down, or even. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Is this a dip? Well, we'll just keep that up, down, or even. We'll just see what you say. Put in the show notes and smash. We'll see you.